Alright, so it has now been a few hours since Yunli did launch with the release of 2.4, and so right now I'm here with the full build guide for Yunli. This guide will be taking you over her kit and Eidolons, best Lightcones, best Relics, and the Relic sets you want on the Relics. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Before I get into the video, drop a like, drop a sub, hit the bell icon for more videos like this, and let's get straight into it. So Yunli is a physical character following the path of destruction. Her basic attack deals physical damage equal to 100% of Yunli's attack to a single target enemy. Her skill restores HP equal to 30% of Yunli's attack plus 200, deals physical damage equal to 120% of Yunli's attack to a single target enemy, and physical damage equal to 60% of Yunli's attack to adjacent targets. And now for a crazy ultimate, consumes 120 energy, Yunli gains parry and taunts all enemies, lasting until the end of the next ally's or enemy's turn. Increases crit damage dealt by Yunli's next counter by 100%. When triggering the counter effect from the talent, launches counter into a cult instead and removes the parry effect. If no counter is triggered while parry is active, Yunli will immediately launch the counter into its slash on a random enemy target. Into its slash deals physical damage equal to 220% of Yunli's attack to the target, and deals physical damage equal to 110% of Yunli's attack to adjacent targets. Into a cult does the same thing, then additionally deals 6 instances of damage, each dealing physical damage equal to 72% of Yunli's attack to a random single enemy. When Yunli does damage via this ability, it is considered as dealing ultimate damage. Her talent, when Yunli gets attacked by an enemy target, additionally regenerates 15 energy and immediately launches a counter on the attacker, dealing physical damage equal to 120% of Yunli's attack to the attacker and physical damage equal to 60% of Yunli's attack to adjacent targets. If there are no immediate targets to counter, then counters a random enemy target instead. Her technique, this unit gains the ward effect, lasting for 20 seconds, during this time upon entering combat by either attacking enemies or receiving an attack, immediately casts into a cult on a random enemy, and increases the damage dealt by this attack by 80%. For bonus traces, for A2, after each use of Into It Slash, the next Into It Slash will be replaced by Into a Cult. Her A4, while in the parry state, resists crowd control debuffs received and reduces damage received by 20%. And her A6, when using a counter, increases Yunli's attack by 30% for one turn. The stat bonuses you get from her trace tree includes 28% attack, 18% HP, and 6.7% crit rate. As for Yunli's Eidolons, her first Eidolon increases damage dealt by Into It Slash and Into a Cult by 20%, increases the number of additional damage instances for Into a Cult by 3. Her E2, when dealing damage via a counter, ignores 20% of the target's defense. Her E4, after launching Into It Slash or Into a Cult, increases this unit's effect res by 50% lasting for one turn. And her E6, while the parry is active, if an enemy actively uses their abilities, regardless whether it attacks Yunli or not, it will trigger Into a Cult and remove the parry effect. When dealing damage via Into It Slash or Into a Cult, increases crit rate by 15% and physical res by 20%. So as you can tell from this kit, Yunli is a character that plays off her own counter. The goal is to have Into a Cult active enough, so keeping uptime on the ult and timing the ult before an enemy attacks you so you can get Into a Cult, because Into a Cult is a big jump from Into It Slash. Into It Slash can do somewhere from 70k up to 100k. Into a Cult can jump that damage all the way from 250 to 400k. Yunli is also very easy to use because of her A2, because if you do mess up or have an instance where you do need Into It Slash, having the next Into It Slash be replaced by Into a Cult is a very nice safety net. Moving on to the relic portions for Yunli, her best Lightcone is going to be her own signature Lightcone. The Lightcone effect giving you a higher chance to be attacked and increasing your crit damage by 36%. After the wearer uses their ultimate, receives 1 stack of fire dance lasting for 2 turns and stacking up to 2 times, and each stack of fire damage increases damage dealt by the follow-up attack by 36%, so you can get up to a 72% increase to follow-up damage. On top of this, you're getting an inbuilt taunt from the Lightcone, giving you a better chance to be attacked so you can get some more counters off. More counters off helps you with more energy and more damage output, and you're also getting a 36% crit damage increase on top of that. Another good Lightcone option is Blade Signature Lightcone, giving you an 18% increase to crit rate and an 18% increase to max HP. When the wearer is attacked or consumes their own HP, their damage increases by 24% and is removed when the wearer uses an attack. This Lightcone giving you 80% crit rate is really nice and also giving you more HP for better survivability. And for the most part, Yunli will always be getting attacked in order to retaliate with a counter. So for the most part, you're getting the 24% damage increase always. So this is another really good Lightcone option. Another decent option is actually Danheng's signature Lightcone, giving you an 18% increase to crit rate. When the wearer uses their basic attack, they will gain 1 stack of Dragon's Call, lasting for 2 turns. Each stack of Dragon's Call increases the wearer's attack by 18% and energy regeneration rate by 6%, and can be stacked up to 2 times. Again, 18% crit rate is going to be really good. The only issue is you have to use your basic attack, and for the most part you do want to use the skill for Yunli for better energy gained. But stacking it up is pretty easy, you just have to do it twice. So using a basic attack gives you more attack percent for more damage and also gives you more energy regeneration rate, which can help you get more uptime on your ultimate, so this Lightcone is another very good option. And I have two more Lightcone options, both are going to be displayed at S5 because this one is a free one and the other one is a 4-star one, so I will display both of them at S5. And one of them is the free-to-play Hurdle Lightcone. What it does is when the wearer attacks, increases their attack by 16% in this battle. This effect can stack up to 4 times. After the wearer breaks an enemy's weakness, increases damage dealt by 24% for 2 turns. Since Yunli will be attacking a lot via counters, it is extremely easy to get the full stack on this Lightcone, so you're getting a very big increase to your attack percent. And anytime you do break an enemy's weakness, you get a 24% increase to damage dealt, which is another nice bonus you can get. If they are weak to physical, this will be pretty easy because again, you are going to be attacking a lot. So you're going to be reducing their toughness a lot, and in short, getting a pretty easy weakness break for the extra damage dealt. So this is another Lightcone you can use. And then the last Lightcone is Under the Blue Sky, giving you a 32% increase to attack, and when you defeat an enemy, giving you a 24% increase to crit rate for 3 turns. The 32% free stat stick is nice, and defeating an enemy, especially with how common there are just regular enemies on the side, very easy to have uptime on this Lightcone, and it's giving you a whole 24% increase to crit rate, which is a very good amount, helping you with more consistent crits. So this is another very good Lightcone option you can use. Now moving on to the relic potions for Yunli, her best set is actually going to be the Wind Soaring set, giving her a 12% increase to attack with the 2-piece, and the 4-piece giving her 6% crit rate, and when the wearer uses a follow-up attack, increases damage dealt by the ultimate by 36% lasting for 1 turn. Getting a follow-up attack just means getting attacked and you'll launch the counter, which is considered a follow-up attack, so it is very easy to actually get this. And if you guys do remember, when you do trigger into a call, it is considered ultimate damage. So having this up and having the ultimate damage increase will buff her by a lot, making this her best in slot. Past that, it's mainly just running 2-piece and 2-pieces, so you can do 2-piece of the Wind Soaring set or also Musketeers or the Dot set because they all have the 2-piece attack percent increase. And then combine that with something like 2-piece of the follow-up set, which gives you a 20% increase to follow-up damage. You could also do 4-piece of the follow-up set, which anytime you do use a follow-up attack, you get a 6% increase to attack, and can stack up to 8 times for 3 turns. But since you are doing a follow-up attack a bunch because it is removed the next time the wearer uses a follow-up attack, it can be a little bit tricky to have uptime on this properly. So I personally would not recommend it, and it would be better if you just did something like 2-piece of the attack percent or 2-piece of the follow-up set. Combining it together, but mainly the best thing you want to do is 4-piece of the Wind Soaring set, because again, it is their best in slot. For planet ornaments, the best one for damage is actually going to be the Durin set. Anytime an ally or her uses a follow-up attack, they gain a stack of merit that stacks up to 5 times. Each stack of merit gives a 5% increase to follow-up damage, and when there's 5 stacks, you get a 25% increase to crit damage. So fully stacked, you get a 25% increase to follow-up damage and a 25% increase to crit damage. Even without another follow-up character, this is very easy to do because you are going to be launching a bunch of counters. So every counter is going to give you a stack, and getting 5 counters pretty early on in the battle is relatively easy because you just gotta get hit 5 times or have the timing with the intuits. So it is very easy to stack this up and is going to be your best overall one. Another really good one for her is going to be Inertial Salto, giving you an 8% increase to crit rate, and when you do a 50% or higher crit rate, increases the wearer's ultimate damage and follow-up damage by 15%. Her follow-ups being able to be considered ultimate damage benefits a lot from this, and the times you don't get the into a call, you're still getting the increase to the follow-up damage, so it is a nice bonus. On top of that, 8% crit rate is going to be helpful, and 50% crit rate is also very easy to achieve. This next option I'm going to talk about is going to be only really viable if you're taking her to the Pure Fiction, and that is the Unclaimed set, giving you a 4% increase to crit rate, and when any time an enemy target gets defeated, the wearer's crit damage decreases by 4%, stacking up to 10 times. So again, this will mainly only be used in something like Pure Fiction because they spam enemies at you. And so getting the full stack is really easy, and that gives you 4% crit rate and 40% crit damage, which is a very big bonus. But outside of Pure Fiction, you won't really be using this, so it's only really an option to use in Pure Fiction. And now, for the main stats on the Relics. For the body, you want to have crit rate or crit damage corresponding to which one you need more. For the feet, you do want attack percent. For the orb, you want physical damage bonus. And for the link group, you want attack percent, but you could also do energy regeneration rate if you want to have easier uptime on the ultimate. But attack percent is overall better for the better damage you can get because you're able to get energy enough through battle and via other support sources. But if you really want to, energy regeneration rate can work. For the substats, you mainly just want to focus on your regular DPS stuff, more crit rate, more crit damage, and then attack percent. You don't have to worry about speed, thankfully, because Yunli is not a character that needs speed, so mainly just focus on getting your rolls into crit rate, crit damage, and attack percent. Some effect res is also welcome because you don't want to get CC'd. She does have the ability to reduce them, but it's not guaranteed, so getting more effect res will help with that, so effect res rolls are also welcomed. And now for the team idea section of this video, there are two ways you can do it. You can build Yunli as a hybrid carry, or you can just have a second DPS. So the second DPS options are really good. So in something like Pure Fiction, you would have the second DPS be someone like Jade, but elsewhere you could run someone like the new March 7th. I don't have that unlocked yet because I haven't done the story, so pretend this is it. So you can do something like the new March 7th, which is going to be really good with her. Topaz is also another very, very good option with her, so you can do that as well. For the Harmony supports on the team, a very, very good one is actually going to be Tingyun. Tingyun providing a lot of attack percent, additional lightning damage, and mainly the energy is going to be extremely helpful. So she is a very good option as well. Another very, very good option is going to be Robin. Robin giving a full turn, additional physical damage, crit damage up by follow-up attacks, attack percent, everything she gives is going to benefit Yunli as well. So she is another very good option. And then for the sustain, the best one you can do is actually Huohuo. She's going to be giving a lot of attack percent via the ultimate and the extra energy that could benefit a lot. So you could do something like this, where you have these two providing energy, Topaz is the second DPS, and you're having a lot of energy provided to keep Intuit Cult up. And then if you want to sub out one for the other, you can use a shielder. Shielders are going to be really good with Yunli because it doesn't let her take damage. At any time the shield breaks, she does have a bit of self-sustain, but negating damage with someone like Aventurine or Jeopard is going to be really good as well, so you don't have to worry about dying. Especially with Aventurine, because when Yunli gets attacked, that will give Aventurine a stack, and then when she does her follow-up attack to retaliate, that gives Aventurine another stack, so you're able to stack up Aventurine at the same time. But once again, you can mix and match these. If you're dixing Pure Fiction, you can change it to something like this instead, where you are using something like this. This is completely fine as well. And throughout those options, that is what you can do. And then once again, since she is due, I'll mention it again, the new March 7th is also going to be really, really good with her. And yeah, that is the full guide for Yunli. Let me know if you guys did summon for her, and let me know what kind of build and teams you guys are running with her. And yep, again, hope you guys found the video helpful. Peace out.